football in that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Carson, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 3rd down, Carson, and he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And 3 straight incompletions. They don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And they'll get this down to the 10. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Gerald Everett, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Now Myers for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now we're going to get a timeout here. And it's called by the defense as they burn their second timeout and try to come up with a plan to stop this 2-point conversion.